Right, really, really deflated at the full-time whistle. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2. Feels like a defeat to me. And Tottenham fans were over the moon, as they would be. Coming to our place and getting anything out of the game is a result for them. And it's 2 points drop for us. So I'm absolutely gutted. We were messy. We were really, really messy today. I was really, really disappointed to see Trossard not playing. Obviously, nothing we can do about that. He got injured in training. But he's been brilliant. He's been on brilliant form. And with Martinelli not being available, I was really, really looking at Trossard today thinking, yeah, this could be your game. And unfortunately, that was the first bit of bad luck. The second bit of bad luck that we got was the injuries in the game. And with Vieira and Rice going off, that weakened us significantly. It's not that Vieira sparkled today, but I'd rather have had him on than Kai Havertz, in all honesty. And as soon as Declan Rice went off, for me, sometimes it's like, it tells you how much faith and how much belief you have in a player when something like that happens, when they're not on the pitch. As soon as I saw that he didn't come out for the second half, I was nervous, and it made me realise that he gives me so much confidence already in his short stint at Arsenal. He has cemented himself as such an important player in this team that you look at Rice coming off for Jorginho coming on and you think to yourself, wow, that is a massive downgrade. And yeah, I just thought after that I didn't feel as confident to deliver the result, but I hope it's nothing serious. Absolutely gutted that he had to come off. I personally think that with Rice playing, and I'm not just saying this because obviously what happened to Jorginho, but I think with Rice playing, we're such a better team that we go and win that game. So it was a bit of bad luck, but that's not excusing it. We should have won this game. We absolutely should have won this game. Some elementary mistakes. I mean, look, you score that goal. We almost got lucky because there's not much I think Romero can do about that. But the current rules say it's a penalty, so it's a penalty. I'm not going to cry about that, obviously, as an Arsenal fan. But come on, you know you're most vulnerable to conceding a goal in the aftermath of a goal. Whether you've just conceded or just scored, that's when, maybe you don't have your concentration fully back and you haven't got your shape perfect. And Arsenal, we are a proper team. We are a sensible team, and we don't usually make stupid mistakes like that. We're quite well drilled. But I felt like today the game got the better of us a little bit. We weren't as smooth. We weren't as composed in a lot of the moments. And especially then, Jorginho, if we're going to talk about that, I feel for him because, obviously it's a mistake. We all make mistakes. He hasn't done that intentionally. But my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just play the ball, play it nice and safe. I have to see the replay to see what he was trying to do there. But man, honestly, how dearly that has cost us. And it's not like you've been playing week in, week out where kind of you're trying something a bit fancy. If that is Declan Rice, I kind of understand it a little bit. I'd be saying his confidence is sky high and his form is high. But Jorginho, just keep it simple. Anyway, it is what it is. What I loved was the reaction of the crowd to Jorginho. I'll talk about that in my 5 at 5 tomorrow. That was brilliant. But we can't put it all on Jorginho because even in spite of what happened with that moment, you look at Gabriel Jesus earlier on in the game. Look, Gabriel Jesus is a brilliant player, and he had a great chance in the first half. All his own work, don't get me wrong. So in a way, he might be thinking, God, I wish I never got in front of Maddison and tackled him because then people wouldn't be blaming me for not scoring the goal. But you've got to score that. Gabriel Jesus, you have got to score that goal. But again, I don't want to focus on that too much as well. I don't want to nitpick on individual players. I think it was a real collective. We were just poor today. For me, one thing I've loved in the North Bank, look, this is where I sit. And in that corner right there, yeah, what I see week in, week out is Ben White, Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard playing triangles, toying with the opposition. I absolutely love it. Not enough pundits have spoken about Arsenal and how we do that, how good they are as a trio, keeping possession, how they then open up the play, always a run in behind. If that doesn't work, then they're switching it. And by that point, so many people have kind of gravitated to that part of the pitch. It's like a hidden weapon of Arsenal that I feel like teams don't cope very well with. Today, non-existent, And Martin Odegaard, I was saying in my 5 at 5 last week, and then he signed the contract extension, that he is world class as far as I'm concerned. so consistent, so good. But he was below his usual level today. And when he got the ball, he's sort of like the one that takes the risks for us because he's such a good player that he'll take the risk, but more often than not, he delivers. And today, he just didn't unlock the opposition defence. I kind of felt like it was a bit below par from him today. But, I'm not blaming him. Again, it's just one of those things. It's just why I feel like we didn't make the difference today. Some mistakes, some players not doing enough. The substitutions baffled me a little bit on both sides, to be frank with you, because when Eddie Nketiah is already on a yellow card, and he was, look, to be fair to him, you cannot fault his work rate today. I know a lot of people will have things to say about Eddie Nketiah, a lot of criticism. He often attracts a lot of criticism, sometimes fair, sometimes a bit over the top. Today, he worked hard. He really, really pressed, especially in that second half. I'm sat here, I'm watching him. He is giving it everything that he's got. He got a yellow card doing that. But when he's on a yellow card and he's run himself into the ground, why is Mikel Arteta taking Gabriel Jesus off over Eddie Nketiah? I'm not saying that, Gabriel Jesus had the best game ever either, but we know that Jesus is a better player. I think, come on, we all know that. And for me, especially with the yellow card and it being a North London derby and Nketiah doing that job where he's having to press and get involved and get stuck in, take him off. I didn't agree with that substitution. But then I see Postecoglou taking off Maddison and Son, who, when Højbjerg and Richarlison come on for those two, I was thinking, thank God for that. I was very glad. So, yeah, the substitutions were a bit odd. Injuries cost us a little bit. But, what can you do? Ramsdale Raya is always another talking point. What a wonder save from David Raya today. Unbelievable save. I'm getting shouted to get out. I could not believe that he saved that. The whole of the North Bank was sort of head in hands. They thought Maddison had scored. And Raya, his save today reminded me of David Seaman against Pesca Salido. David Raya saved today. How good was that?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah? Shades of Seaman against Sheffield United. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not as good as that, but absolutely incredible save. Yeah. And do you know what? It's tough for Ramsdale and Raya. So, any mistake and they're going to be looking over their shoulder. So Raya, he conceded 2 goals today. I don't blame him for either. And he put off that amazing save. But the one thing that really annoyed me about Raya's performance today, how long he took on the ball. If you look at the stats, you look at, if someone does a little highlight reel of just Raya's interactions today, the amount of times he played the ball out when a player was literally closer to him than his own shadow, and it didn't work. Every single time that possession got turned over, he wasn't giving himself enough time to play the ball, and because of that, it was rushed and we gave it away. I mean, and at halftime I thought surely Arteta will say something and they'll fix that, but it sort of continued too long into the game. There were just elementary mistakes today. Very, very frustrated to sort of, drop 2 points. And, Man City 6 out of 6. And now we're 4 points behind already, and that's how I see it. The whole of this season is a title race. And if we want to actually do something, if we want to get closer to the title than we did last year, we have to win games like this. 2 games at home now, we've drawn when we should have won. And there we are, Man City, that machine that just go on, and Arsenal have just slipped up a little bit. Kai Havertz today had a chance, to test the keeper, get one on target. Didn't take his chance. And, I'm sad to say it, but I never thought that he would. I never thought that he would take that moment. It would have been a brilliant goal, don't get me wrong. It's not like a gilt-edged chance. It's a half chance. But I'm still looking for more from him. Again, it was a bit lightweight. Anyway, it is what it is. As you can tell, I'm quite downbeat. Let me know in the comments if you sort of agree with my assessment or if you see it differently. Anyway, we go on. If you can't win, don't lose. I guess that's the positive spin on today. See you tomorrow for the 5 at 5.